Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today, I'm back at it again, doing a reaction video of animations. Not any old animations though. I'm doing a reaction on scary animations. So, I don't think I've done one of these on the channel before, but I have gotten a request though. So, we're gonna be doing that today. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get started. Alright, so we're reacting to The Night Shift. I've never seen this before, so this is gonna be quite a surprise for me. I hope it's not scary. Oh, I'm sorry, that was cringy. Let's...
I don't usually hold back when it comes to talking about my job, which was working security at the sub-level of a local hospital.
Local hospital.
You'd be surprised to know how common break-ins were at that place.
Wait. There were common break-ins at a hospital. Excuse me? Wait. Why? Does someone just you wake up from your hospital bed and you just see a random dude staring at you while you're sleeping? Is that just how it goes?
To get high on some of the weird chemicals that were being kept in the labs. It started out as a regular graveyard shift at work, but I'll lead in with a curious backstory regarding the doors that led to the morgue.
Okay.
In order to keep the place more sanitized, they had recently installed sliding doors that would automatically open if someone passed in front of them, thus removing the need to touch any handles or doorknobs, and prevent anyone from leaving the doors open by accident.
Fair.
Hygiene played a major role at that morgue, and it had been on the agenda for the past few months. There wasn't anything really unique about the sliding doors, except for the fact that they would sometimes open and close by themselves.
Ooh, scary.
That by itself didn't seem like such a big deal, since this could have been caused by something small such as a moth flying in front of the sensor. Until one night, I realized that it would always happen at the same time.
No. Wait,
Every night, at exactly 3 a.m., the doors
would
open for a few
what
seconds
you mean?
and then close.
Okay.
I was convinced that the doors would open for a few seconds and then close. I was convinced that the doors had been programmed with some kind of time-based trigger.
What's up with this animation?
But when I contacted the company that installed the doors, they told me that it wasn't possible since the doors were designed only to open when the sensors were triggered or forced open manually. So it continued without any explanation for a long time after that, and became sort of a ritual for me and my co-workers to watch the doors open and close on the monitors every night.
What's up with your face?
Time after that, and became sort of a ritual for me and my co-workers to watch.
This boy has the beady eyes of a freaking moth. What is up with your face?
On the monitors every night. Usually there would be at least 2 guards on duty, but that night,
what was that?
I ended up working the graveyard shift by myself.
Graveyard shift?
Because the other security guard suddenly became ill and there wasn't enough time to find a temp who could fill in at such short notice. Just to be clear, I had been working as a security guard for a long time, so I was no stranger to danger, and
look at his beady eyes. Look at his hairline, dude.
Besides, the work was pretty straightforward.
So with his hairline?
All I had to do is make sure all the doors were locked and secured and keep a close eye on the monitors.
Okay, so a normal security guard. Okay.
There were only 2 cameras, one overlooking the control room and another one at the other end of the corridor overlooking the entrance to the morgue.
The morgue? Ooh.
As the clock approached 3 a.m., I did what all the guards on duty would do. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Wait, you call sitting back and enjoying the show, you call that... Wait, enjoy the show. You mean by the doors opening and closing. So you're gonna sit back and watch a door open and close. But that's what you call sitting back and enjoying the show. Makes sense to me.
Although the novelty of seeing this phenomenon had long worn off, it was still something I would anticipate and would often give me the chills. Seeing how it was the entrance to the morgue,
what's with your
you could sense a sudden rush of cold air every time the doors would open, even from the other end of the corridor. I watched patiently as the doors opened, followed by the howling rush of cold air that could be heard from under the door.
The howling rush of cold air. What, do you just, like, someone's blowing under the door? Just...
It was when I glanced away from the door and looked to the monitors that I noticed something strange. The doors remained open.
The doors remained
At first,
open.
I thought it might be a glitch with the monitor, and I was simply looking at a frozen frame. But then I saw the lights flicker.
This is a real story, right?
I waited for a few minutes, but it soon became clear that I would have to head on down to the end of the corridor, since it was strictly prohibited for the doors to the morgue to remain open. As I stepped out into the corridor, I acknowledged a
This
significant
boy looked
drop
like
in
he's from
temperature,
Bob's
which I knew was going
Burgers.
to get considerably worse as I approached the morgue.
Not gonna lie. Looks like he's from Bob's
I gradually
Burgers.
made my way down the corridor and turned the corner that ultimately led me to the sliding doors. I had hoped that the doors might have closed by the time I got there, but just as I had seen on the monitor, the doors were in fact still open and the camera was functioning normally. I tried waving my hands in front of the sensor, but to no avail. The doors would not budge. I reluctantly contemplated my next option, which was to test the sensors from the other side, requiring me to enter the morgue. But I decided to take a look around first to see if I could observe anything out of the ordinary. Only when I turned my back to observe the corridor did the doors finally close, which was quickly accompanied by a cold chill in the air. I could feel an overwhelming sense of someone standing right behind me.
Overwhelming sense of standing right behind me.
More of the same eerie silence as before. Closed without having to actually enter the morgue. I considered myself fortunate and hurried back to the control
This
room
boy's
to make sure
arms
nothing else
are
was
so
out of place.
lanky.
I closed the door and locked it from the inside, and for a moment I was expecting it to be business as usual as I sat back down in front of the monitors. But after taking a quick sip of my coffee, I realized the coffee was stone cold.
Coffee.
Not just lukewarm as you would expect, but genuinely chilled. I hadn't been away from the desk for that long, so it didn't make much sense at all. But then I remembered that I had felt that same chill before, at the other end of that corridor.
Scary.
Out of curiosity, I decided to rewind the security footage back to when I approached the doors to see if I could spot anything out of the ordinary. Which is when I witnessed something that I simply couldn't explain.
Gotta love that face.
Spot anything out.
You gotta love that face when he gets scared, you know? Look at this face. Look at this face when he's scared. Man, he looks so scared.
Couldn't explain.
So scared.
There was a girl standing in front of the doors behind me.
A girl?
Oh my make out her face due to her long black hair.
Bro,
that was a stark contrast to the white gown she was wearing.
What gown?
She just stood there staring right at me and then walked towards the exit. To this day, I can't explain it, because I had just been there and I hadn't seen anyone. It was when I checked the other camera overlooking the entrance to the control room that really sent a chill down my spine and still gives me nightmares to this day.
That was the worst jump scare ever.
When the lights came back on, it was as if nothing happened. The door to the control room was open despite being locked from the inside just moments before. Due to the mysterious power, the data on the drives had been completely corrupted. But some of the security footage did survive, and I've been holding on to it ever since. I guess now would be the time to ask yourself, do you believe in ghosts?
Do you believe in ghosts? That's the real question here. Do you believe in ghosts? Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. That video wasn't the best / scariest thing I've seen in my life, but I guess it was good. I don't know, that wasn't the best thing. So, like the video if you want to see more of these, because I definitely want to make more reaction videos like I did before I get sort of. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell me pretty lies.